Hello. Hello, people. Welcome, welcome. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Ba 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 bam. Ba 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 bam. Ba 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 bam. Ba 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 bam. Hello. So yesterday we started this idea of the random race gladiators. I think I like it, but I think I like the idea, but we tried a few things and didn't work. But I want to think about it more and see if we can do it. There are some implications because the race is used. So the first thing was to create, at least it was the reasoning, right? To create a custom race. The problem of creating a custom race. Problem of creating a custom race is that you that the game will not think that the character is that race, right? So like female, male, whatever, Stonehammer, I mean, it will not understand that anymore, right? Because it will be a dummy race. And having a dummy race also has a problem because the race, all the races have a specific mesh, right? And if we don't assign the right mesh, they may mess up, right? So assigning. Now the problem is, how do we there are a number of entry points, right? There are a number of entry points. Let me think about it a second, right? I don't know if it's really doable in an easy way. I mean, in theory it should, right? But it seems that it's not. So the first entry point, wrong project. The first entry point is the database, right? So in the database we have the race, what we call race gender ID, right? Which is basically a unique ID that is telling you, for example, Ilian male, Stonehammer female, right? Now, the first idea I had was, let's change this to -1 or whatever, so that this says that the race is randomized, right? What happened though is that by doing this, the game was also the game was also requiring a mesh, and we didn't have a mesh, and there were a number of problems. The first one was that the loading, right? The loading of NPC was failing. Right, because there was a query that was saying if that is trying to match the race with the characters, right? To group them by race and to load their models. And so that is the first issue, right? And this happens in Repopulate NPC Live or whatever it's called. Repopulate repopulate live, right? Yeah, repopulate live. And repopulate live, repopulate live is doing this load all NPC character data. And this one, and basically this query fails, right? If we have the -1, that is what happened, right? That is what happened. Hello, Ned. Hey, welcome. So basically this query cannot go through. Now can we change it and say, hey, load it anyway? Yeah, we can change it. I mean, it's a bit of a core system, but I think that we could say that it can load, right? And then I said, oh, but then it's enough to add the -1 in the race info table so that it can match. But then I did that and we realized that that is an ID, it cannot be negative, and so nothing works, right? I mean, in theory we could, right? In theory we could. In theory we could still use the -1. Change this query to say character race gender ID equal to race gender ID, or, right? But I don't know if it will really work this way. So if I have I mean, it is a bit of a hack, I have to say. Yeah, it is a bit of a hack, I have to say, but so it's probably not the greatest. But so if I take my initiate gladiator, right, and we said that the race gender ID is -1, right? So these ones will not load. So there was the issue, right? There was the issue. Can we get out now? Yesterday we were a bit out of time then, and so I just gave up. And also I wanted to release the fix for the gladiator, so I didn't want to, you know, spend more time, and we basically were at the end of our time. Yeah, I deleted it already. Okay, so maybe today we can try a bit more, right, and see if we can get somewhere with this. So if I say race gender ID -1, right, this will fail. But the question is, can we get around that, right? Can we get around that somehow? I want to click that. So if I do this, it's returning null, right? It's returning nothing. But if I say this, or can I say that? Uh-oh. That's not a great idea. That is definitely not a great idea. I mean, we could do a left join, right? At the moment, this is not a great idea. We could do, let's try to do this. Let's try to do a left join, right? A left join, oops. Let's try to do a left join on C dot raise gender ID equal to R dot ID, right? So being a left join, it basically means that it will put null for the ones that are not matching. Right? Now the only problem is that if I get a null and I don't get my -1, then my no, sorry. I wrote it very wrong. Unknown table characters. What? What do you mean unknown table characters? Are you crazy? Did I misspell it? Huh? Unknown table characters, come on, what the... He's not, I mean, if he's in a left join, it doesn't... Okay, I don't know. It won't, because when you give it a name, it doesn't understand the old name anymore. Okay, sorry, yeah, that's why. Hello, Hulam. Good evening. You use the random event generator for summon them? No. I mean, in theory we could, yes, but the point is different here. The random event generator works differently. So is generating an NPC temporarily, right? And then the NPC disappears after a certain amount of time. So that is not the way to do it. I mean, the random generated event needs to be used when you want to generate it based on a condition. Like, for example, in the outdoors, if there are at least 3 players, then generate 2 creatures and they attack, right? So, but these are fixed NPC, right? So these are NPC that are always there. That is very strange, though. I do CID 183, and I'm getting all the entries. What? So if I don't put this, the result is identical. Why? Why? Because it's filtered by the left join. Yeah, no, I know why. Because it's filtered by the left join. No, but no. No, there is something not. Wait, there is something not. What? Huh? Did I do something wrong or? I don't have a wear clause. Oh shit! I don't have a wear clause. Okay, that was weird actually. Okay, I don't have a wear clause. That's why. Yeah, I didn't have the wear clause. Okay, good. Okay, good. Yes. So if we do it like this, right? If we do it like this, it will load anyway, and it will filter anyway, right? I mean, we can try and see. So if I do, instead of this, right? If I do this, we will have to put a comment saying that we they will have join because we have the race gender ID -1. Right? So I could do it this way. Now the rest should work the same. Huh? Now, what is the result of this? The result of this is that at least the character is selected by this query and is extracted, right? But then the problem is when we do the load, right? Because the load will not find the race, right? So this get race info by ID that is what I tried to do the other day, right? So basically we added here a special case. Right? And we said if ID is equal to -1, then I mean, we did it yesterday. I deleted it, unfortunately, but we had our sentient creatures, right? Sentient race ID. So we had to take, we have to say ID equal to sentient race ID, the fmat rand range of what? From 0 to sentient race ID num, we said -1, whatever it was. Yes, I think something like that. So in this we get a random value, and we return the random value. Okay, let's try 1 second like this and see what happens. Now, I don't know if this loading is the only entry point, right? Because they may be... But I think I don't think the I think the respawn is calling. We can check if the respawn is calling. No, it's not called respawn. I think there is a handle death that then is doing stuff, but I have to kind of go back and understand and find it. But I think it's quicker to just test it. I gotta just test it a second and see what happens. So at the moment I have at the moment what do I have in my yeah, I need that. So this is a slightly different function than the random event generator, right? So it's doing something similar, but it's only for the race. It's exclusively only for the race. Only for the race. By the way, meanwhile, I'm designing some new card games. So some new cards for the card game, right? So you've seen a sneak peek of one of them before. So I just switched between, yeah, this guy. This guy is the Marfusang. Look at this beast. Look at this beast, my boys. Look at that. You don't want to fight something like this, huh? Nice. I hope to open up the card game to more people soon, but I still want to, you know, it's still changing too much at the moment. So I need a few people that are giving me feedback in an organized way, and also I need to think about it myself, right? So if I just open up to many people, just say, okay, all the plane shift players, if you want, you can play the game, right? I think he crashed or something. Yeah. Oh wow, he crashed, bro. Unknown column because it needs to be called C. Okay, fuck it. It needs to be called C. What is that? In C.id in something. Bling. Da, 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 da. It's building. Okay, built. So the question is, if we have this thing working, right? To what should we apply it to? I think only gladiators. I think this thing is built for the gladiators. I don't see any other case, right, where we want an NPC to change his race. Just because it's considered that you know, and then at the end, if they can exit from a gate, they would be even better, right? But I think probably in that case, I will have to do it completely different. So I will have to do it in a very different way. So I think it is kind of a temporary, you know, it's a kind of a temporary development, this one. I mean, it's just a kind of a fun one to say, oh, we can, you know, the gladiators in the arena are not always the same people, right? In fact, they are called just initiate gladiator. They don't have name and last name, right? If they had a name and last name, obviously we could not randomize them, but so if this works, we can go and work a bit more on the randomization, on the loot randomizer maybe, and on the other stuff. So okay, should be loaded now. So we want to see if now we load it properly. It's obviously night. I don't know, I think one day I will remove the night. I mean, it's annoying me sometimes. Maybe the night, you know, maybe the night can just be the sky getting black, but not really the light being so dark. I don't know, I think that it's always been a struggle to get a realistic, you know, thing. Fuck, we have the same problem. Why this happens though? It is so weird that so he's doing exactly the same. And also he's not reloading. And I think he's not reloading because he's getting a -1 race, and so he doesn't know. Has no character entry. Yeah, because there is another query that is doing exactly the same, which is this one, right? There is assuming that the race is I mean, we can change it. We can change also this one, right? And this one will probably work on respawn then. But the big, I mean, the question is, if now I am setting if I'm setting the race from the beginning, there's a bit of a mystery, huh? There is a bit of a mystery. So do we save the races somewhere else, right? So that's the question. Yes, we do. No, we don't, because this race ID, I guess, is a temporary variable, right? So it's not. Yeah, it's not because what it seems that we are still storing. We are still storing the race somehow. Race mesh name. Yeah, but race mesh name. Race mesh name is anyway set by set race info, right? That is. I mean, we are touching something that is very core, you know, to the it is very core to the system, which is the race, and it seems that this is generating, you know, issues. The thing that I don't understand is why is how, considering that we are working on the load, right? Load is the first thing that happens. Is the first thing that happens. Character load. So that's before anything. Is it because the traits are not matching? But in theory, do we have wrong traits on that particular character? Because it looks like we have wrong traits on him, right? It looks like this 183. I mean, I can try with another one, but it's like if this guy has traits set, right? But actually it doesn't. It doesn't. So this should be like a normal character with no traits. And it's not that a normal character with no traits is getting a beard, right? From the default mesh. So it's like if this thing is not resolving, right? Is not resolving properly the race for the traits piece. So maybe during the loading, let me see how do we load the traits though, because I think that then the problem is there for some reason. I mean, in theory, so we set the race ID. I don't know if then we use this race ID, you know, later on to load the traits. Maybe that's the only reason, because otherwise I don't understand why. In theory, we should use it only here. And in fact, we do. We do use it only there. So let me see the traits. Load traits, right? PID NPC master ID. Maybe this one is doing another query on race info or something. So in theory here what it's saying, right, is saying that only if the NPC has no traits, then check the master, right? So we check the master NPC. I mean, I can add a random trait, but the problem is that it is randomized, so I cannot really. So this will be empty, right? This will be empty. Will be empty or will be zero? Will be empty or will be zero? Wait a second. I mean, I can. Okay, let me do a quick stupid test, right? Quick stupid test is. Stupid test is to add a trait. Well, Again, is a -1, so it cannot be. I mean, the game doesn't understand the traits for a -1 until it's converted into an existing race, right? Okay, let me check 1 second what is happening here. But in theory, a character without a trait is perfectly possible, right? So it's just a default. So are you saying that we don't have any character in the game that has no traits, and so this bug never happened? And if we have one character with no traits, then it will bug out? I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, we could, in theory, I mean, we can take like Arnquist, right? For example, remove the traits, remove any traits, right? And load him and see if we get the bug. But I don't think so. But I'm not 100% sure actually. Arnquist is 37. I mean, we will try, but if it's becoming really too complex, I will drop the idea. Okay, so it just, I mean, I don't want to take 3 days to do this, and I think we can see if we manage to get it good. If we don't, we can move on. I think it would be very nice to have, but if it becomes like kind of impossible, right? We will not do it at all cost, let's say. Okay, we are loading the traits for who? For 183, so exactly our guy. Okay, so what I want to see if this is valid or not valid. It is actually valid. It's valid with size 0. It's valid with size 0. So it's getting... Huh? Yeah, but it's size 0, so it's immediately going out. Yeah, it's immediately going out. Nah, I think that... Nah. But let me try the Arnquist case a second, because I'm curious now. There must still be a difference between having -1 in the database, right? Should matter only when you are loading or reloading, because we hit the database on a reload because we want to see if something changed, right? So we hit the database, but I added Arnquist to the loading table now. I will see what happens. But I mean, I think it's unlikely that he's getting the Baird. I mean, if he gets the Baird, at least we have an answer. If he gets the Baird, we have an answer. And the answer is basically that if there are no trades, then... But I don't think he will. I think it's very unlikely. Ah, it's a bit slow. It is really slow. Do I need a new PC, boys? I don't know. I mean, usually people that stream for real, they have two PC, right? They have one PC for streaming and one PC for, you know, doing stuff. The problem is that, you know, having two PC running is kind of annoying. $183. Why is not loading Armquest? Hmm. Probably because this is empty. Okay. Probably because that is empty. Okay. There is something else, because like now he has 0 trades, so he's in the same situation, right? He's in the same situation of those guys, but for whatever reason, so there is another query somewhere. So that is the one that we changed, right? Ah, this song. Well, we have it also here. So we have it also here. I don't know, maybe I'm asking for trouble, really. Maybe I'm asking for trouble. Because like, for example, this function, right, is again checking the race info, that will be -1. Right? This should be fine. It should be fine as long as the pet is not random. There is another problem, that the loot is actually tied to the race info. And so we will have to change this as well. I mean, we can change it. We can change anything, but yeah, this will not allow. Yeah, this will not load the loot properly because it doesn't know. Well, in theory, no, because it's not the race. I don't know. I think it's only for creatures, though. I don't know. We will have to check this. But anyway, I'm not really seeing any place where this race info is messing up with the ID, right? I don't see it. I don't see it because the only place where we load is this, and then after this we do character load, right? We do new character and character load, and it's only inside character load that we it's only inside character load that we consider the race info, and the race info is set once and then it's set forever. So unless, you know, but this is correct, right? Because we basically force a different ID. So it's like if in the database he read a different number, right? And then it's in fact the NPC is correct. Is correctly sent, but then the traits are fucked up. In theory we will have to debug the client actually. Change race mesh cran. Cannot find mesh, skeletal mesh, cran hair, and cran beard. So it looks like he's trying to find, right? He's trying to find an hair and a beard associated to our guy. I don't understand why. But it seems that he's trying to understand if there is hair or if there is a beard, right? He's trying to find both for whatever reason. But sorry, when I teleport to Arnquist, then do I get the same thing? Yes, when I teleport to Arnquist, I get the same thing. But the difference here that we get set material on body part 0, body part blah blah blah, found race mesh Ilian M, right? So here is Ilian M everywhere, while here, you know, above, we don't get any of that. Well, we actually get change race mesh null 3 ref. We get on rep change race mesh null 3 ref, but we don't get this part, which is found race mesh Ilian M, right? So it seems like that the replicated object doesn't match but I don't understand because I don't understand. When do we spawn the guy? So we load it, okay, we load it, but then at a certain point we spawn it, right? We must have a spawn actor somewhere down here, somewhere, I don't know where, but we must have a spawn actor. We must have a spawn actor somewhere. Spawn actor race. Spawn actor. I'm trying to understand where the hell is this, but spawn the character. Yeah, but that's a clone. We are now using spawn actor there. Nah, it's impossible. We must use spawn actor or similar, no? I'm a bit in trouble here. Bit in trouble. I don't understand why we have that weird trait thing happening. Spawn actor. Wait. Okay. What is the What is the mesh? Null. Okay, I think we found it. Okay, so before yeah. Ay, 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 ay. So before loading is anyway spawning the actor with the proper race, and then is loading the data. So is loading the data into it and is loading the race into it, but at that point the damage is done. The damage is done because the string mesh is null, and I cannot randomize it before, right? Because these are two completely separate functions, so I will have to rewrite a lot of stuff. I think we cannot do it, boys. I think we cannot do it, at least not with the current system. We will have to rewrite this loading part to be aware of the randomize. I mean the way to do it would be to move the spawn actor after, but the point is that the load is relying on the spawn actor to actually load in. I mean, it's true that most of the stuff that happens in load, at least the first part, the beginning part, right, is just logical stuff. I mean, it's not related to 3D stuff. So, for example, the race info, I mean, this piece, could be loaded up front, right? So we will basically have to move this outside of the load, but there is a major change. I think we will fuck up everything. So unfortunately we have to give up this. We have to give up this idea. It's very nice in theory, but in practice it's not possible. I mean, it's too hard. It's too hard for the benefit that it gives. It's too hard. I will have to rewrite too many pieces, and it's not worth it. It's not worth it. We abandon the ship. I'm not really, happy about it, but I think the okay, let me just undo what we did. I think the benefit is too little compared to the mess, and I don't want to do it. I'm just checking it. I'm reverting only the We were very close, huh? We were very close, because we were very, very close. Very close, but we will revert this 3 and boom, done. What we did is this just disappeared. What we did just disappeared. It's fine, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, reset everything. So what do we want to do? We want to work more on the on the loot, right? On the loot. So let me see. So Ned had some suggestions, and I'm trying to understand those suggestions better, right? No, but let me do something else. I mean, let me first do the list of what these people can spawn. Otherwise, yeah, let's do that. I need a list of all the items. I need a list of all the items that we don't give today. Okay. List of all the items that we don't give today. The best way to get that is because I have the opposite, right? I have the report of all the items that are available today, but I don't have the opposite report. So which is, so I created an item availability. I created an item availability. I can show it to you. On this one I can show to you. Should not be too bad. So I created this query, which is item availability. That is basically telling us where an item, I mean, if an item is used somewhere. Where the somewhere, I don't know if the somewhere includes the loot. Yes, it does. Okay. Okay, so, okay. And also if he's on a merchant, right? If he's on a merchant, yeah. So, yeah, I cannot really... I would like to avoid browsing this on stream. So let me do it on the other screen. Let me do it on the other screen, right? So, armor heavy. For example, on the armor heavy, there is the steel plate that is not available anywhere. Now, does the steel plate make any sense, or steel plate, for example, steel plate torso armor, right? Steel plate torso armor. So if I do check usage, right, this one is not available anywhere. No quest, no merchants, no crafting, no spells, no pros, no combination, no resource, no ant location. There are 75 instances of this item in the database. I don't know exactly why. These are the people that have these items. But can be just super old stuff that we created back in the days and never. So basically this steel plate armor is never used. Now I think it looks exactly like a normal plate armor, right? It's just another item, but let me see if for whatever reason five 4.5 4.5. Yeah, actually it is stronger. It is actually stronger than the normal plate. So it's an evolution of the plate, right? It's an evolution of the plate. No, I think it's exactly like that. I think we never used it. Is there, is likely stronger, we never used it. Does it make sense to use it? I don't know. Is this 5 items? I mean, I can make a list and see. Let me add a new. How do I add a new thing here? No, I cannot change it. No. Ned, are you there by any chance? Because the file that you share with me, I can only view. I cannot edit. I cannot edit, but I would like to add a new tab right there that says items that we can use. If not, I will temporarily do it somewhere else, and then I will. Okay, let's temporarily do it somewhere else. Seems you are not here, so which is fine. Okay, so we have these 4 items. Well, we have these 5 items. There is a slightly better version, right? There is a slightly better version than the plate armor. Better protection, right? Not by much, but and it's not available anywhere, right? So it's impossible to get. Items not available to players today. Okay, so we have that. Then on the helms we have a banded battle helm. What the fuck is a banded battle helm? Wait, I think I need to go in game and check these things, but and there is a banded mail helm. You are there, should be able to edit. Okay, thank you. Hello, Sulfrots. Okay, so I will add a new tab, right? I will add a new tab. Yes, I can edit now. So let me just copy this there, okay? Okay. Okay. Then the next one seems to be this battle something. No, banded. Banded battle helm. but isn't the same as... No. No. Is this? No, it's different. I had a helm, right? Because we did all the new helms one day. We did all the new helms one day, and I created a file for it, right? With all the new names. You remember that? You remember that? Helms. Let me see. Yes. There it is. Unreal Mission Helms, right? Exactly. Banded, yeah, all the one in green I think are new, if I remember right. So this Crimson, for example, this Crimson Hornet Helm, this Mercenary Battle Helm, this Banded Battle Helm, this Steel Battle Helm, all these ones are new. This Golden Helm, these are all new. And let me see if it matches with the availability. So the Banded Battle Helm is actually not available, true. The Golden Helm is not available, true. The Crimson Hornet Helmet is not available, true. The Mercenary Battle Helm is not available, true. The Steel Battle Helm is not available, true. Yeah. Plus, I see also a few other ones, but I don't know if they are actually meaningful. So they don't have any... So I see, for example... but they are not here, though. They are not here. This one, like open Barboot Helm, right? Open Barboot Helm and closed Barboot Helm, but they look exactly the same. So I think these ones are actually old names that we had in the database, but I never actually converted them. So I think we should not touch them because they don't correspond to any new. They don't correspond to any new graphics, right? They don't. But the four that I mentioned, they do, right? So the Crimson, like this one, Crimson Hornet Helmet, right? Yeah, this one, for example, right? This one exists in game, but no one can get it, right? And now the problem is that it already has a very long name, right? So if we randomize it, this one would become impossible, right? It would become, you know, a name that is like a book. But I don't know, maybe we can just have it as a special item that has its own characteristics, right? Without randomizing. Do you think, Ned, that it's still meaningful to have some items that we drop but they are not randomized? If they have any, the problem is that probably will not be very seeked, right? Very interesting to people, right? So probably majority of the people will not use it then. But anyway, we have the new. Let's say that we have the art for this. So we have the art. We need to decide if we want to use it or not. But these are all items that we have and we are not using. So we should somehow. So let me put them in a list, right? So we have the Crimson Hornet Helm. Crimson Hornet Helm. We have the mercenary battle helm. We have the banded battle helm. We have the steel battle helm. We have the golden helm. So at least these ones are all unassigned, and they have specific graphics, right? Specific then it will be just for looks, yeah. Well, or they have a special, characteristic, right? I don't know, like this guy, every time you take damage is healing you 10 HP, for example. Or it gives you plus 20% of finding secret doors. If your chat, yeah, usually. Well, I mean, on YouTube is 20 seconds, on Twitch is 10 seconds. So yeah, it's definitely slower on YouTube by 10 seconds. But you also need to be sure that you are clicking on live, and so you are not watching, you know, a previous minute, because it could happen on YouTube. It could give you plus 10% damage against Tefusang. I don't know. It can give you invisibility for 10 minutes a day. Invisibility. I don't know. I mean, they can have a special function, right? Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, we have this one. We have these ones, right? I'm just listing what we have, and it's not in the game, right? For example, we also have this, but I think this is just given through event, so I would not put it in the loot, right? Yeah, these are just special capes. Okay, armor light. Yeah, we added the spider silk, right? The spider silk that was not available, but now we added it to the procedural dungeon. In fact, I see loot procedural dungeon difficulty from loot from 6 to 10, right? So that was not available, now is available. Right. Yeah, I think with the armor there is a bunch of other stuff, but it's really not used. So I would not, like, for example, we have some banded mail pants or bronze serpent pants, but I think those are now superseded by the randomized loot, right? So I think it's a great idea. I think they should just go. I think they should just go. We can probably even delete them from the database, but bags and purses. Bag and purses, they are all sold except the quiver with arrows. I have no idea why the quiver with arrows is not sold. Probably because it's only a cosmetic item. This thing, right? This thing is not available anywhere. But we have it. I don't know why we're not selling it. Hello. Does it work? Yeah, I think it, well, it works visually, I guess. Where is it? Oh no, it's inside the chest now. Because I already had one. No, I already had one. So it will be somewhere in one of the chests. Impossible to find. Impossible to find. I don't know. Ah, he has the wrong icon. Is this thing? Yeah, at the moment, I mean, you cannot really equip it, right? So you cannot equip it. Oh, you can put it in the hand, or you can use it for visual equipping, right? So if you go like right shoulder, I assume you have to say flip, yeah. So it's a visual equip. Now, is it a container? Yes. Does it contain arrows? No. It's not even a container at the moment. It's just a, but anyway, I will list it. There is a, I think we need to put it in some merchant just for visual. He has the wrong icon, unfortunately. So quiver with arrows. Only visual equip. It's not even a container. Anyway, you cannot get it in game, and we have it, right? Which is a bit stupid. No, it doesn't go in any slot. In theory, it should go in the back slot, yes. Should go in the back slot, maybe. I think it would be nice if it could contain arrows, and actually you could put the arrows there, but that requires some work. Some significant work. Beverages, no, I'm not gonna read all the beverages, no. Containers, well, there is a bunch of stuff that is actually furniture, right, that we don't have anywhere, but this, I think that this is a second, you know, this is a second pass that I can do on. There is a million, right? Million items here that players cannot get, while it would make sense if they could get, right? Like, I don't know, this, right? They cannot buy it anywhere. We can drop it as game masters, but a player cannot get it, cannot use it in a guild house, for example, unless the game master gives it to them, right? Maybe we should sell it in shops somewhere, right? Same for this version, which is wooden, right? It's not available anywhere, which is a bit of a pity. This one as well, right? It's not available. Players cannot get it. Or this thing, right? This thing, players cannot get it. I don't know, but I think that for now, I mean, if we go to the furniture pieces, we can take, it can take forever. I think at the moment we are thinking more to armor, shields, and weapons. Okay. So let me skip all the other categories like food, furnishing, you know, all of that. Gems, glyphs, elms parts, no, and parts, no, herbal ingredients, herbal preparation, items. What is generic item? Let me see what is under items. Items. Well, there are some that you can get actually from quest. This list is not including quest. Yeah, my check is not including quest. For example, the compass is listed here as not being available, but it's not true, because if I check the quest, there is a quest to give the compass, right? So we have to be careful that whatever I listed is not in a quest. So this list is not really complete. I mean, it's not. It's excluding quests. Amulets. We have very few amulets. I don't know why we have so few amulets in our freaking game. Jewelry. I mean, it's true that they don't. Why my inventory is always a mess? I cannot find anything. I think also this guy has a wrong. Ah, here it is. This one actually can be equipped. Amulet of Tala. Do you have an idea what it does? No idea, because no one can get it in game at the moment. Amulets. Magical properties, wheel 9. Interesting. Magical property. Yeah, it works actually. I mean, why we have so few how many amulet we have? Oops. How many amulet we have that that are actually functional in game? I think very few. It looks good. A much larger map, yes, much larger, 6 times bigger, yeah. So amulets. I mean, we have a whole world in amulets. Neck. Quest item. No, but quest item is another thing. Well, way amulet. No, doesn't even. It doesn't even exist. Quest item. No, but quest items, if you open quest items, it's GG. Yeah, in fact, it doesn't even open. I think it breaks the game. No. I think quest item doesn't even load. There's a million items. Okay, excluding quest items for a second, okay? Because quest items is stuff that you have to give to someone during a quest. So excluding, so where is lot like and very slot not like quest item. Okay. No, it doesn't like it. No, and flags. Okay. Okay, we have the necklaces, right? The necklaces are all available because you can craft, right? Yeah, so the gold diamond necklace can be crafted, the gold emerald necklace can be crafted, the gold sapphire necklace can be crafted, all this stuff can be crafted, right? But anyway, there are a number of other amulets that you will not visually see, on the character, but stuff that actually exist. In particular, we have this amulet of Talad, this amulet of the command. You see, they have the same thing, by the way. We never created a different. They have a different icon, but not a different mesh. Amulet of Talad. So this additional amulet. Now you may say, who cares about this additional amulet? I don't know, but I think that why not? There can be the amulet that reduce the Dakru course by, I don't know, half a time. Whatever. So it's a bit unclear what they do, but we can change what they do, right? So we can change what they do. Let me just destroy some stuff because I have too much stuff in my inventory that is not needed, as usual. Like I have 65 fishes. Why I have 65 fishes? Like I have 2 weapon racks. I have a cave entrance. Oh my god. Cave entrance. No. Cannot click it. Ah yes, I can. Anyway, the amulet of Talad for some reason gives will +9. I don't know, I mean it's just a thing. The amulet of the commander, I'm just listing them as they are, I don't know, but the amulet of the commander and the amulet of the Velnishi. The amulet of the commander gives charisma +9. I don't know why always +9, but anyway. And the amulet of Devil Nishi gives agility +1, +9. I assume there are other 3, probably. Very possible. No. Anyway, we have it. Let me see what else in that category. There is an amulet of disease prevention. Amulet of disease prevention. What the fuck is this? It protects the wearer from disease. I don't think so, because it doesn't have any magical properties. Actually, it does. It gives you 50 disease resistance. It does. Now, I will have to check if this one is not, for example, given by a quest, right? Find items, no. Ah, yes, it's given by a quest. Ay. Okay, that is given by a quest. Let me check the other ones though, because otherwise we do a mess. Way amulet is from Magic Way. Wait, because I may give a wrong information here if I don't check, right? If I don't check for each one, the if they are given by quest or not. Ah, yes, they are all given by quest. Ah, fuck. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Yes. Yeah, the problem is that this table is not. This table is a bit annoying. Yeah, they are all given by quest. So let me delete all of that. They are all given by quest. But I mean, we can add more amulets, right? Add more amulets. I mean, we could in theory. Okay, let me destroy this. No, cannot select it. Fuck. Yeah, they're given by quest. Sorry, wrong information. Wrong information. Amulet. No. Brown Way Ring. Yeah, I guess that these ones are also in quest. Yeah, these are all in quest. Dark Way Ring. These are all in quest. Yes. These are all in quest. Quest. Emerald Ornate Bracelet. These are the new ones that I built, right? Yeah, these ones are not available anywhere. Emerald Ornate Bracelet. Yeah, this one. This one is not available anywhere. And we can give them. Yeah, this one's. Yeah, this one's. These ones are not available anywhere. At the moment they have no magical properties, anything, but in theory we could add. So we have They have unique art. Yes, they have unique. It would be nice to use them for something. I don't know for what, but it would be nice to use them. We have them. Right? We have them. We don't use them. Okay. Next. Iron ring. Iron ring is not used by anyone. But I think it's just rings. Unfortunately, we don't have much art for it, so all the rings are looking the same. Unfortunately, yeah, you see, all these rings are looking exactly the same. She's really annoying, but I should. They look all the same. No, they look all the same. No. Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, we can do a run in adding art for these guys, right? We could. Oh, nice. I like this one. This one can be, all these ones can be crafted, right? Yes. Okay. I don't know about the rings. I think we could have way more rings, right? I think we could have more rings. I don't know, but the problem is thinking to all the ones that we already have, and then adding new ones is a bit of a mess. It's not very easy, right? Because we have to map everything that is available and then understand what is missing, and is a work in itself. But anyway, jewelry, okay. Plants, we don't care. Shields, okay. Shields, for example, shields we have, right? Few nice ones that I added. The race shields. I think I added 2. So I added the Klyros shield, which is this one, which is the Klyros symbol here. And this one is not available anywhere. To my knowledge, let me check the quest. No, this is not available anywhere. So the Klyros shield has unique art. Right? Plus we have no, this doesn't exist. We have the stone hammer shield, this one, which is very nice. This one we could randomize as well, I think. So the stone hammer shield has unique art. Stone hammer shield, unique art, okay. Then let me also check the quest on this one. Check usage, quest, no quest. Then we have the sunshine shield, which actually can be crafted. This one can be crafted. Okay. So also the where was the other one? No. The shadow shield. Also the shadow shield. Yes, the shadow shield can be crafted. Okay, fine. Then we have them already, right? We have them already in game, at least. Now we can decide to randomize some of these shields, but they are available. So for example, the round shield can also be, but for example, this one is not random. I mean, there are many shields that are not randomized. Actually, the shields that are randomized are only the battle shield, the round shield, and that's it. We randomize only 2 shields. So we randomize only 2 shields. Why not more? Okay. Okay, these are the shields, right? Then we arrive to the weapons. Don't worry. We arrive to the weapons. Actually, we're pretty close. Transports, I don't think so. Tools, I don't think so. I mean, under jewelry, in theory, there are the belts, right? But the belts, do we have a belt? Even a single one? We have a belt test. We have a belt test that I don't know what it does. It goes into the belt. It goes into the belt thingy. Yeah, but it's a test. So we don't have belts at all. Now we have some art for the belts. I think we even have the we have I don't know, belts is completely missing, right? Belts is completely missing. I remember we have art for the belts, but I never spent a lot of time on it. They have been developed at the same time we developed the bracers, but then we're very hard to show visually because the characters were so different from each other, and that we gave up basically. But if you ask me, do we have art for the belts? Yeah, I think I have. If I go and search my files under jewelry. I will have to search it. It's probably somewhere else at this point, but we have a set of belts that we made back in the days. I mean, we could remake them all, but definitely we have. So I don't know, belts is completely missing, and that's an issue. Okay, now weapons, right? So weapons. So weapons, we have axe. So the first one that really stands out is this one, right? The great axe. The great axe is not available, and is not available in Quest as well because I just created it. Oh fuck, it is. It is? It is available through a quest. Can you believe it? It's an old quest. I probably used this, and then probably because I only changed the. I think I only changed the art. Yeah, but it's definitely not randomized, right? So it's just, let me see. Great axe. No, but this is something else. No. This is wrong. No. The item that is here is ancient great axe and is a quest item. So it's something completely different. He has the same icon, right? He has the same art, but this one is a quest item. Yeah, exactly. So you're not gonna use it, right? Is something that you have to give back to finish the quest. Now you can keep it, but okay. So the great axe, let's say that is never used. It's never used. So this one, I think we should somehow use it and maybe even randomize it. Also has a short name, which is fantastic for randomization. So great axe unique art. Okay. Then we have the only axes randomized are small battle axe and battle axe environmentalists have gone. Let me tell you, I have the full list. So the axes that are randomized are the battle axe, yes, and the small battle axe, yes, nothing else. I think we should randomize this great axe. There are others like the platinum battle axe, the ornate battle axe. I mean, these actually are used as variations of this one, right? So when you get this weapon and you get it with additional modifiers, they transform visually into this and into this, right? There are three variations: this variation, and the basic variation, but it's the same model, just with different texture applied, right? But yeah, so there are actually 3 versions of this, but the other ones do not have a special art, unfortunately. They don't have special art, but this one at least we should use. Now broadsword, there are not that many, and they are all variations, right? So this one, the golden one, the ornate one, yeah, it's the same theory. When you get modifiers, they change into this. I don't know if it makes sense to use this one as a randomization, probably not. I think that, and the broadsword is already randomized, so plus is also sold, so I think it's fine. The claymore, the same reasoning, you know, we have 3 textures, and no, we actually have 2 only. Okay, we have 2 only, and the claymore is already randomized, so I would say no action needed. The club we gave it now to the initiate gladiator, is on the gobbles, is on few places. The mace, let me see visually, this is the same as this, yeah, it's the same as this. So in theory, visually, and you can craft the majority of the others. So I would say that here there is no action. I think all this one already lootable from multiple places. I think it's fine. Daggers, I think we are also pretty much fine. Ah no, we have the 2 new daggers, right? Yeah, we have the Dries, this one, right? We have the Dries, which is the Diaboli dagger. So we have the Dries, which is a Diaboli dagger that has unique art, and we have the hook knife, which is like a short hook blade, right? That also has the hook knife, which is the Klyros dagger, right? Which also has unique art, and this one are not given anywhere, right? And it's really a pity. This one to me are priority 1 together with the other. I will put a priority next to them, but I think this one we should give absolutely. I mean, I made them, why not? under Falcon we have this one, which is an Enki weapon also that I made recently, and is a PT that is not available anywhere. So it's called double knife. I mean, the best would be that it's available through an Enki quest chain, but it's fine. So double knife is also not available anywhere, right? Double knife is an Enki double dagger. And also this one has unique art, and at the moment is not given anywhere, right? Then we have the Gal card. The Gal card is on okay, is on one of the big bosses, so probably it's fine as it is. Okay. Hammer. Hammer, we are randomizing the battle hammer, and we are randomizing the battle pick. So this guy, and this guy, and this guy. That looks the same, unfortunately, the spiked hammer and the war hammer. They all look the same. Fuck. Would be nice to change the art with new art. I think I will do it next release. Okay, so here I think we are covered. We are already randomizing 4 of them. There is enough variety. I think what is missing is the visuals, right? Unfortunately. But fine. Knives. Knives, we have this hand claw, which is a very old model. Which is actually already randomized. Well, I don't know if it's randomized, but it's randomized. Okay, it's randomized, and the other one you can knife doesn't really make sense. And this, ooh, wow, didn't remember this. Cool. Platinum. This one can be crafted, so I think we are good. Longsword. Longsword, there are a lot of new ones, 4 new ones that are never used. So this one, which is called a Stroon, right? Which is a Stroon, which is the Lemur Longsword, which has unique art, right? Has unique art and is not provided anywhere in the game, unfortunately. I mean, I can give you one if you want, but they are not used anywhere. Then we have the Fev, this one, which by the way also has multiple skins. I think it's just it's not visible here, but there is the Thermorian Longsword, right? There is the Thermorian Longsword, and also this one is not available anywhere, which is a bit of a pity. Thermorian Longsword. Then we have the Hook Blade, which is similar to the Hook Knife, obviously. So is the Hook Blade is the Klyros Longsword, and also this one have unique art, right? Then we have the Crando, that I really like this weapon. I really like it because it's really Cran-like, but yeah, is Crando is a Cran Longsword. Don't remember if it's two-handed, but I don't think so, because Cran have big hands. And that's it, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this was the one with the biggest number of new items. I don't think that here we have anything. Let me see the pole. We are already randomizing both. This one is on the new initiate gladiator. Now, this one is randomizing only one modifier, right? So we may maybe put it somewhere else with 3 modifiers outside of the, yeah, maybe let me list that, because maybe some people want to, you know, want to play with that. And at the moment, quarter staff, at the moment, only 1 max modifier on initiate gladiator. So I think this one could be added somewhere else, right? And the poleaxe, I mean, it's not really a great model, unfortunately. I mean, it's not really, but it's already, yeah, it's already lootable, right? So it's fine. Ranged. Ranged, there is the crossbow. The crossbow, no one can get it. No one is selling the crossbow. It's not in any quest. It's not in any loot. Why we even have it if we never use it? I don't know. Does it work? I don't know if it works though. I mean, if you try to use the crossbow, what happens? Oh shit! You cannot equip it. No, you cannot keep it because I have this. Wait. Ah. Crossbow. Crossbow. Do I need ammo? I assume so. You're out of ammo. Okay. This thing is staying, huh? Uh-oh. I'm locked into that. Why I'm locked into that? Okay, I'm not locked anymore. Maybe. Iron arrows. Okay, now I have ammo. Is using arrows using darts? Maybe he's using darts. Maybe it's the wrong ammo. You're out of ammo, huh? Do we have darts? No. Do we have iron dart? I'm not asking you because since they are not here. Bolts? How do you know they need bolts if he's not in game? Is it in game then? Ah, bolts. Ah, bolts. Now we speak. He dodge. Okay, didn't like that. From bosses. And no, here is saying no, wait. What do you mean? Ah, the ornate one. Ah, because there are 2 versions. Okay. The ornate one. Because it's this one. Okay, because there are 2, and actually this one is not used there. I don't know if you want to have this one, like a lighter version of it. But in theory, the crossbow is there and is never used. Now, is it very nice? Probably not. It's a very old model, right? It's a very old model. I think this model is probably nice. I mean, also this one is kind of old, but what the this one is nicer, I guess. I mean, you hold it kind of wrong, but I don't know. Crossbow maybe. I don't know. It has a different art. Old model, but different art compared to ornate crossbow. Okay. I'm typing everything in the loot thingy. Items to give. Okay. Okay. I'm looking at, so then the bows, right? The bows, we have the Dermorian longbow, which is already lootable, the short bow, which is lootable. Million bows are lootable, so here we already have a million. So I would say it doesn't make a lot of sense to do more than this, right? One second. Okay. Doesn't really make sense. Okay. Next, what do we have? Sabre, right? Sabre. I don't know. I mean, Sabre only has a few, but anyway. Sabre can be looted already. The golden sabre can be looted. The sabre can be looted. Okay, I think that here we don't need to do anything. Shore sword. Shore sword can be looted in a million places, so it's fine. We don't have any new weapon here, eh? No. Siege weapons, ballista and catapults. No, I would say no. Staves. Staves. There is one that can be looted. Yeah, why we don't... Magic wand. Magic wand is lootable and randomized, but everything else is not. I guess because they are used in quest, probably. In the ways, you know, in the ways quest. But there are a million here, right? There are a million. Like this one. So... well, this is the only one that is available, actually. So all these freaking thingies now, these models are very old, right? So yeah, like some are nice, like this one is nice, for example. Staff of Nature, let me see, can I get it anywhere? I cannot buy it. Ah yes, there is a quest. Well, there is a quest, there is actually the broken quest. The Menita puzzle quest. Yeah, that's a broken quest. But I would say, you know, I think we need a few. I don't know. We should also, yeah, should allow people to fight with staves, right? We have many, and I think they are not available to people. Just because we are lazy. Yeah, like this one, for example, no one can get, right? From anywhere. So there are a lot, but this one, for example, I like. I mean, there are some very old models there. And consider some of this, like this one, probably has 25 years now, right? So you understand the problem, right? But like the staff of the wall, right? Let me see if you can get it. No, also this one, for example, you cannot get it. It's very simple, but I think I like it. So there are a few that, like this one, for example, is nice. He has a texture that is a bit cartoonish, but it's nice, right? And this one, Staff of Tranquility. Nah, you cannot get it anywhere. anywhere. So to me, there are at least, I don't know how many, but 3 or 4 that are decent, right? They look okay. That we should find them. We should find them a place. We should find them a place. Maybe not all of them, because they are not, I mean, not all of them are nice. Some are pretty basic, like this one, I don't know. Well, this one with the skull, maybe. But definitely, I would select this one. So, staves, let's say nice ones. So there is the magic staff of nature. That has nice art. Staff of negation is a bit weird, but I think I still like it. The problem is that it's very long. It's very long, so if you put it in your hand, it looks like weird. But anyway. There's no. This one. Magic staff of the wall. Magic staff of the wall. I don't know why it has this name, but anyway. This one, also this one is not available anyway. Is the staff of Menita. Magic staff of thunder. Magic staff of thunder. Now, people may have it in game because maybe they were given by game masters, you know, through events, right? So that's in fact there are 45 in the game. I think this one is okay. Staff of thunder, I think we can list. Magic staff of thunder. This one I like. Magic staff of tranquility. Nice art. Staff of the void. Well, I don't know. Probably yes. I imagine people willing to have this. Grim Reaper art. This one is identical to the other. This one is slightly different but the same. This one is bad. This one is the basic. And the staff of the ways, yeah, the staff of the ways, this one I think is available, right? Staff of the ways. Yes, is also through Menita Puzzle. Menita Puzzle unfortunately is broken at the moment. That's another thing that I have to do, my boys. Yeah, Menita Puzzle quest is broken because it was working with the previous engine, teleport and instances and okay, and that's it, right? So these are all the items. These are all the items that I've listed. So let me just do a quick copy and put it here. So these are the items not available to players today, right? Now, in terms of priority, so I listed them all here, right? So, in terms of priority, if I have to give a priority, so in order of priority, I would say that these ones would be nice because I created the new art and we never used it, right? So, I mean, I'm creating stuff and then we are never using it. It's a bit stupid, right? So these ones definitely are higher priority. This one, I don't think so. Quiver with arrows, I don't know. Moral, these bracers will be nice to use, right? They have a nice art. Why not? This definitely have a high priority for me, which are the new shields, right? New shields would be nice to have. The bells, no. All these ones, yeah, all these ones have higher priority. All these ones. Quarter staff, I don't know. The staffs, maybe. I knew it. No, I deleted them. Yeah, so I think that at least my priorities are add more rings. We randomize only 2 shields. Yeah, for example, also the shields, right? Why not? I think we randomize more shields is a good. Randomize more shields is a good idea. I mean, just visually, just for the. Add more amulets, add more rings. I mean, this will always be nice, right? But this requires significant more work. Quarter stuff. Maybe. I don't know if people like the quarter stuff, but maybe they do. Okay, I think that I have to go, guys. It's past midnight. I have to work tomorrow as usual, so. But I think this is a kind of a good list, right? There is a good list. So I think we can copy this, and I think that is in order of priority. That is listed in order of priority, at least from my point of view. Then you can argue if you want, but right. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna go. So Ned, if you still want to help and if you still have time, that would be fantastic. I don't know if you do, but in case, yes. So I loaded this in the Excel file, right, that we are sharing. And there are the names of all the stuff, and also they are listed in order of priority. So I think that with the loot distribution, we may start to put it somewhere, right? And some can be randomized, other not. Some may have some unique property, whatever it is, right? And I don't know, making stamina consumption 50%, right? I don't know. Stuff like that. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. Tala just learned Entropic have a no-profit program, perhaps something to use. Nice. I will check it, Ulla. I will check it. Have a good night, boys. Bye-bye. Remember to click follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube. And also if you want to download our game, it is available already. And is released since pretty long time. And you can find it on Steam or on our website.